Welcome back to Two Up Front, presented by Three Lines Pub here at the Attention Era Media Studios. I'm Baxter Colburn.
And this is Simon Provan.
All right, Simon Provan, a MLS-filled first two segments of Two Up Front today as we are broadcasting live here on Bruce Sports for the first time.
It's got to be when we kick off in 2 days here for Major League Soccer.
I can't believe it. I'm excited, though. We'll have to talk at the end of the show, the games to watch and all that fun stuff. But we move into the women's game now to talk about the SheBelieves Cup 2017. The United States, Germany, England, and France all playing. First game kicking off this evening, USA versus Germany. We're going to bring on one of our women's soccer correspondents and, of course, Two Up Front BFF, Rachel Wood, to join us on the shopfutsal.com call-in line. Rachel, welcome to Two Up Front. How are we doing today?
Woo! What's up, besties?
Good to hear from you, Rachel. We're excited to have you on. So the SheBelieves Cup is kicking off today, no pun intended, or a lot of pun intended, let's be honest.
If the weather holds up.
If the weather holds up. You know, it's in Chester, Pennsylvania, Harrison, New Jersey, and Washington, D.C. We'll see if there's any snow. We'll see if there's any chaos. But USA kicking off tonight. But before we even get to the game itself, Rachel, what are your thoughts about the roster that Jill Ellis has assembled? A good mixture of young and old players being brought together for this 4-team tournament.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the team, the squad, and I hope that really everyone on the roster at some point gets a chance to play. I think, for so long, the sort of controversy or the major talking point about the U.S. women's national team was, we have all these veterans, when is she going to bring in youth? And so I'm really excited to see her, starting to bring in not just youth players, but I mean really youth players. Brianna Pinto is, I think, a junior in high school. I'm looking forward. I think Mallory Pugh is fantastic, so I'm excited to see her play. Rose Lavelle, who's a Boston Breaker, or who was drafted by the Breakers anyways.
She did just sign.
So she did officially sign now, to our knowledge.
Oh, perfect. I'm sorry that I'm not up on that. I had a feeling, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, you're the number one draft pick, but I never want to be too presumptuous. But that's one, that's great for Boston. And two, I'm really excited to see her play. I've seen sort of snippets and highlights of her, in with the youth national team and for her college at Wisconsin, but I haven't actually seen her play. And so I'm really looking forward, hoping that she gets a chance to play. And I think what's also exciting too is this is the first sort of real competition that we get to see the keepers battle it out, since Hope Solo's not in anymore, and this is, I think, going to be a real test for Ashlyn and Alyssa.
I would agree with you on that one. Yeah, I mean, and for so long it really was it's Hope Solo and then the rest of the field basically, but now you actually get to see what Alyssa Nair and Ashlyn Harris have to offer. Is there one clear person that sticks out for you at all, Rachel, though, with who you think deserves to be the starter?
Honestly, no, not for me. I think they bring such different qualities, and I had the privilege of playing in front of both of them. I played in front of Ashlyn in college and Alyssa for the Breakers, and Ashlyn is definitely a very vocal keeper, which as a center back I appreciate. I think Alyssa has definitely grown more into that role. And I think Alyssa has really gained a lot of confidence. So her playing with confidence, I mean, Alyssa's just fantastic, but Ash is, quick, explosive, athletic. And so I think it's going to be a really good sort of, old-fashioned competition, battle it out to, and I think it's really going to be who's on that day. They're fantastic.
Rachel, what are you expecting to see perhaps differently with this U.S. team than what we've seen in the past? Again, talking about these younger players and a player like Casey Short perhaps playing in the back, but being able to make those runs down the wing. Do we see perhaps a little bit more exciting style?
I think so. I think with the loss in the Olympics, I think Jill's going to want to sort of bring out a bit more firepower. I think obviously she's still going to need to lock it down at the back, but I think she probably wants to play a bit more of an offensive-minded type football. So I think, bringing Casey Short in the back with her speed will sort of show that. I think for me it'll be interesting to see, we know she can get forward, but can she get back? Can she keep, can Casey Short keep, the defense compact and do her job defensively as well? I think, as an attacking style fullback, it's a really difficult job to do, to be able to both get forward and then to do your role as a defender. And I think, Krieger pre-ACL was one of the best in the world at it. So I think it'll be interesting to see how Casey, adjusts. She's shown that she can do it in the NWSL at times, but, this is, again, a step up.
Yeah, I have to say
one of the players... So I think that sort of remains to be seen.
Yeah, I agree with that. And one of the players I will always be excited to watch is Crystal Dunn. Not only is she super fast, she's super skillful on the ball. She knows how to finish. I mean, she's an all-around great product. Yep. And I'm excited to see how, when you do have players like Becky Sauerbrunn who can anchor that defense and Allie Long who can anchor that defense, to have somebody like Crystal Dunn to be able to make those runs, but also perhaps have Casey Short make some overlap runs with Crystal Dunn, depending on what side Casey plays on. So that, for me, is one of the more exciting elements to watch in the SheBelieves Cup.
I would agree with you on that one, too. Rachel, what are your thoughts about the whole Allie Long and center back thing? I feel like she's either a midfielder or she's thrown into the center back role, and I personally am not a big center back Allie Long fan, but I mean, you played with her in college.
I agree with you on that.
Well, when you have the opportunity to play long and short, I mean, you got to
go for it. Oh, Simon.
I'm a dad. I got to write still dad jokes.
Right?
Yeah, right. That's the one per show.
A short, long.
That's right. Yeah, right? Exactly. The short, long. Exactly.
Oh, the old classic.
I love it.
But no, so playing with Allie, and like this is something, the one word that I've always used to describe her as a player is slithery. Right, she's so slithery and sort of smooth on the ball, and she's not afraid to get stuck in on a tackle. Right, she played. I think her U.S. national team story was La Blanquita or something like that. So she knows how to play against guys. She gets stuck in. However, I think that she's so much better as a midfielder than as a defender. I think she has that creative side to her versus the sort of organizational, sort of focused side that you need to be a center back. I think Sauerbrunn really brings that in terms of, anchoring the defense, being calm, being composed, and being super laser focused. Because as a defender, right, you're not only worried about, especially the center back, right, you're not just worried about where you are
as a center back,
and your positioning on the field, right? Now you've got to be aware about, okay, where are the forwards, where are they running? And where are my outside backs? Where are my holding midfielders? You've got to be able to do a lot of things at once. And I think Allie's skill is more on, getting on the ball, being creative, looking to play, those little 1-2 combos in midfield, and then sort of, playing in a nice finesse ball versus, organizing, tackling, that kind of stuff. And, if I'm Allie, look, Jill, wherever you want me to play is where I'll play. So, I'm sure that, she just wants to be on the field. But for me personally, knowing Allie and seeing her sort of qualities as a player, I think she's more of a midfielder.
Yeah, and I would agree with that as well, too. All right, Rachel, we got to let you run, unfortunately, because we got to move along with the show. But your quick predictions for the tournament as a whole. I mean, I know it's only 3 games total, but your thoughts about how each 3 games are going to go. The U.S., do they win outright, or who do they struggle against?
Oh my gosh, everything has changed so much. This squad's new. Germany's got a new coach.
Yeah.
So I think it's really sort of up in the air. I don't have any good predictions, but I can't wait to get it started and can't wait to watch.
Absolutely. Well, Rachel, we appreciate your insight on the show today and for joining us as well on our inaugural broadcast on Brew Sports as well, too. So we'll talk to you soon, all right?
My pleasure, guys. Have a great day and enjoy the game tonight.
Will do.
Thanks,
Thank
Rachel.
you. There goes Rachel Wood on the shopfutsal.com call-in line. Yeah, first game tonight for the U.S. Women's National Team, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live on FS1. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Washington Spirit attacker Joanna Lohman. We'll see what kind of excitement and energy she brings to the show. We know she's got the personality for it.
Looking forward to the Mohawk.
We'll talk to her right after this. It is 2 Up Front, presented by Three Lines Pub from the Attention Era Media Studios. Back with more on Brew Sports right after this.